It all began with a visit to the Burke Center for Youth back in 2004, a program designed to help kids in crisis rebuild their lives in a manner to break the cycle of abuse and give them tools to flourish.
We take care of boys that have been traumatically abused between the ages of 11 and 17 years old. These boys come from the Child Protective Services, so CPS brings them, tries to put them into a foster home, and when it doesn't work out or things are difficult and they're having traumas that they can't deal with, they bring them to us, and we have them 24/7, 365 days a year.
Kind of new to Dripping Springs, and someone talked about the Burke Center, and I had an interest in it, so I said, hey, let's go out. And actually somebody asked about rehabbing one of the buildings. I said, well, I could help do that. So I brought a friend of mine, Rex. We went out, spent it on a Saturday, and got to see the facilities and also see the needs. And Rex actually looked over and said, Cody, look at the shoes these kids are wearing. I'm like, what about them? He goes, they need new shoes. I'm like, well, what does that mean? He said, we should start a rally. I'm like, I don't know about that. He said, no. He said, you can get a few cars. I'm a motorcycle guy, so let's get a few cars and a few bikes and come out and let's raise awareness for this facility and let everybody know what the needs are to see if we can't help these kids out. So I was gullible enough to say, yeah, let's do it. So we did. Yeah, for the first several years, it was called the Burke Rally. And then as the momentum grew and the funds grew, then we were aware of other kids' needs in our town. So a couple of us got together and we said, hey, let's make it its own 501c3 and we'll call it the Hill Country Rally for Kids.
As the rally has grown, they've been able to support additional charities, such as the Tiger Totes program, which provides food and basic necessities to families of students qualifying for free or reduced lunches. Kids can discreetly pick up a bag of food at school on Friday, take it home over the weekend to ensure they get at least some basic nutrition. School's Out, Food's In kicks in over the summer and is available to Dripping Springs children in kindergarten through 12th grade. Healthy breakfast and lunch foods are delivered to kids who may not otherwise have a decent meal when school is out. Coming alongside children and families in the Austin area child welfare system is the goal of Foster Village.
Typically, when children enter foster care, they're coming with just the clothes on their backs, and oftentimes they're going to family members called kinship, and they don't have any notice, and they're expected to provide beds and car seats and clothing for these children. So we have the opportunity to be the bridge between those families and the community and provide all those basic necessities within the first 24 hours.
Center of the Plate is a nonprofit organization made up of Dripping Springs 4-H and FFA members whose goal is feeding our community one family at a time. Amber's Angels was started in memory of Amberlyn Fett, who died in 2010 from complications caused by cystic fibrosis. The organization provides gift bags to children who are sick and in the hospital, especially during the holidays. Empowering individuals with disabilities through horses is the mission of Red Arena.
What's amazing about using the horses, for me as a physical therapist, I get them on the horse. The weight shift that they get in their pelvis helps lay the foundation for walking. And I work with a lot of kids with cerebral palsy and neuromuscular disorders. At the same time, though, they are exploding with opportunities to communicate. They're building self-esteem and confidence. So we're getting to address all the needs of this developing child and empowering them to be stronger and more confident, and we see them carry that out into everything that they do.
Big Love Cancer Care Services is another volunteer group committed to providing basic necessities and personalized care to cancer kids and their families. Established in honor of 5-year-old Brooke Allison Phillips, who lost her battle with acute myeloid leukemia. The Greater San Marcos Children's Center also provides shelter to children and support services for families. Their mission is to develop a trusting relationship with each child so they will know that not all grown-ups will hurt them and that they are worthy of love and respect.
Growing up on the east side of Houston, I always saw a need, kind of like the east side of Austin. And so coming to Drippin Springs, I thought maybe there was not a need, but I found out quickly there are needs in our town. So I just couldn't get that out of my sight or vision. So I thought, how can we continue to help people and make sure that 501c3s have whatever they need to sustain themselves.
What began as a dream has grown into one of the major fundraisers for children's charities in our area. Over the last 13 years, the Hill Country Rally for Kids has raised close to $1 million with annual events like the sponsor Gala, summer music concert series, BBQ Cook-Off, car and motorcycle show, and the Drives for Drippin golf tournament. But the need is still great.
So the support that we have from the rally makes it possible for us to scholarship 6 to 8 kids a year, and that includes them getting to come to horse camp in the summer. And so for their, $1,000 is a year of lessons and a week of horse camp for someone. $2,000 is a year of therapy.
One of the biggest needs that we have is bunk beds. Oftentimes they separate siblings unnecessarily due to lack of practical items like bedding. $300 would buy a bunk bed that could allow a family to bring in a set of siblings rather than those siblings being separated.
I want to build a dormitory. That's a big, huge project of mine. I want every boy to have their own bedroom so that they feel safe and secure, so that they can actually heal, and they'll help them move back into a better situation when they leave here quicker.
So there's always a need. We know that. So let's get excited and help these kids in our area so no kid is left behind.